Hey there, you can call me Raven, and I cover games that my old man is too dead to play. And I decided after playing through Halo, white people love tier lists. So why shouldn't I go about making tier lists? You see, according to what I have read, this emoji here, the one with the hearts, is what white people experience when they see tier lists. So I wanted to make a tier list myself after I've gone through all 10 levels of this game. Now, mind you, I did play through the game using a mod called Ruby's Rebalanced Halo 1 Combat Enhanced something 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 or whatever. I'll include a link in the description. Anyway, the mod modifies some of these levels, so I didn't experience the game for the first time through fully vanilla. I played the first level or two back in the day, but I didn't get very far. It was a long time ago, and so I was like, you know what? I'll play through the Halo series on the channel. It'll be good fun. I'll play like one a year or whatever, along with all the other games. So, anyway, right to it. It is going to be a ranking based upon vibes mostly, how much of a pain in my ass a level was, if I had any fun. So it's your standard ranking. You know what? S tier is going to be like, yeah, I'll play that level. I would play that level again. Basically, no reservations whatsoever. Meanwhile, D tier, I truly do not want to go through that level again due to whatever reason. It's it's not impossible I'll go through this game again with somebody playing through it with this mod because the mod makes it more bearable, like the library. The without the mod, apparently the library just sucks a whole lot of dick and not in a fun way. So yeah, let's see. I guess I could go in the order that the levels are. I reordered them because every time I uploaded the images, they would be out of order, and I was like, I can't remember these off the top of my head because it's just like this one right here. This could be the encounter between Guilty Spark and Cortana and John Halo. So yeah, I am gonna go in the order I played them in, which is the way that the story goes. Which is the first up, it's the Pillar of Autumn itself. I would say that the Pillar of Autumn is a fairly effective introduction to the game because of their design philosophy of narrow to wide. In that the first level is very standard, narrow corridors, not a whole lot of space to work with, very limited weapon selection. I believe there's probably only a handful of weapons you encounter in this. And speaking of, I'm going to do another tier video of weapons next, probably in the same recording session. So I would give the first level of Halo for being just an introduction to the game to help you with the mechanics and all that. I played on normal difficulty since I just wanted to experience the story and stuff and all the little changes. I don't think there was any real significant Easter eggs that really got my goat in the first level, so no bonus there because there are some pretty cool Easter eggs I found that are pretty neat. So I'll give the first level of Halo a solid middle of the. You know what? No, I'll give it a soft A. It might not stay in the high levels of A for super duper long. It might get pushed back a bit, but I'd say that it's above average. Next up, the titular level for the game, Halo. It's the wide to the narrow of the first level. You get to see all sorts of cool stuff in nature. There's animals added by the mod. There's the thorn beast or whatever it's called. There's the bone wolf or whatever the fuck it's called. There's butterflies. There is a fourth creature, but it's added in a later level. In fact, I think it's the next level. So that's about it for the cool stuff added by the mod that I can think of. Because I did play a bit of the second level back in the day, but I think I got lost in because I played on the I think I played on the 360, so it was like the original Xbox version of it on the 360. and I don't know, man. I couldn't find my way around after a certain point, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to playing in Blood Gulch and messing around with my cousin, which was pretty fun. The introduction to dealing with enemy dropships coming in, pretty cool in the start. Going around to help out the Marines because they're moderately inept. And this is the first encounter with the hunters is here, I believe, too. Because I don't think there's hunters on the Pillar of Autumn. Right? Yeah, I don't think there's any on there. So with Halo 2, the level, there's no cool ass Easter eggs that I can think of. Also, I guess yeah, it's also the introduction to the vehicles. But I here's the thing, right? Warthog doesn't feel all that great to me. Pumbaa isn't that great of a vehicle to ride around in. Like, I grew up on the GTA games. I'm used to car focused games that have decent controls. Uh, I feel like if you did spend tens of hours of your life into this game, you might get better at the driving and all that through sheer just familiarity with it. But I kind of just I think my time to beat was roughly 10-ish hours, maybe a little bit more because one level took really a long time. And also, I go around and I look around for secrets and stuff if they're in like buildings and all that. I didn't adventure too much in the open worlds besides what the missions required. I would look around in case there's something that looks obviously like, oh, there's a cool thing there. Also, mind you, I played on the original graphics because the mod requires it. So no spectacles of the eyes for me. Just good old fashioned Xbox graphics, basically. Though it is on PC, so it's a bit better than the original Xbox. So I will give Halo the level of Halo the game, the one, a B. It's an alright, it's serviceable. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with it where I would fix it, which was I would say that a C is like it's okay, but it needs fixing. D is like scrap it, fuck it, make it less bad. Like there's just some very fundamental issues with it, which we'll see if anything gets put into the D tier. Next up is the third level of Halo, the Truth and Reconciliation, which kind of weird that aliens named their vessels after South African political organization stuffs, but sure, let's go with that. I wonder if they had the alien dudes, the prophets in mind, because like there's the isn't there like a prophet of truth or some shit? Is there one of reconciliation? I can't remember. I just know that truth is like one of them, I think. Anyway, fairly good level. You get to fight the Covenant on their home turf. You get in their the orange guts of their crabular vessels. They remind me of crabs a little bit. I just the way that they're structured, their weapons a little crustacean-y, the soft curves, purple, like those Borderlands 1 underground crab things. I can't remember their names. Good for experience. I'm trying to think of anything if anything was introduced in this level. Maybe more powerful versions of elites. I can't remember. Did we fight any invisible dudes in Halo the level? I can't remember if we did. The the jackals and the hunters were in Halo the level. I think jackals weren't in the first level, and hunters were in the second level. Yeah, nothing new I think gets shown off in the Truth and Reconciliation. And I'm trying to think if there's any cool Easter eggs. Nothing really comes to mind. It's generally fun. The Marines working alongside you almost the entire time is also pretty dope. That's pretty cool. Getting to go into what the equivalent of an alien drunk tank was also pretty fun. Busting out Space Daddy Jake from Space Jail alongside his staff who aren't allowed to say the word shit for some reason. That was pretty neat. And unlike with I guess Vanilla, Keys and his men suck at surviving. I didn't have any problem. Maybe it's because I'm in normal, but like they weren't shooting at. I mean, some levels, motherfuckers were shooting at each other a lot. I'm pretty sure that in yeah, nope, that was the level where the ODSTs, which this mod adds ODSTs, they were armed with a lot of them had shotguns, and I was just oops, my bad, as I just I just see an ODST unload buckshot into the back of head another one, and also me sometimes, and that got me killed once because they brought me down to just a sliver of health. And in Halo 1, they don't even let you trade weapons with them. So what's the even why give me these cool ass weapons if I'm not allowed to partake in the joy? I will give the third level of Halo. Okay, so it's kind of like a corridor, kind of like the first one was, but it's got a bit more going for it. So I'll give it, in terms of fun, I'll give it an A tier. Some of these might move around once more of them come up, but for now, that's how it's gonna be. Fourth on the list, the quiet. No. The assault. Nope. It is the. Not the assault on the control room. The silent cartographer. That's it. I'm pretty sure it's called the silent cartographer. Unfortunately, I don't think they kept their file names. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with fuck it. It's the silent cartographer. It's fine. It's the quiet map maker. Very very quiet. Very quiet. So with this one, there were a few fun things. As I say in my big video, and as I'm gonna make the joke again, the level starts with a recreation of the largest anti-fascist protest in history. You hit the beaches running with a bunch of troopers. I believe I had some ODSTs mixed in with regular Marines. I think. I can't quite remember. It's a big open space. You can assault from many different directions. You get a vehicle fairly quick into it. There is a cool fight with a couple of hunters. You've got, because of the mod, you've also got, I believe, the introduction of the missile warthog, which is pretty cool. The dude on the back of it can shoot a tri-burst using it. And there was also one of the first major Easter eggs in terms of there's like little things you can activate for the, like you activate the power of it or you turn things on. And there's like a teleporter network that makes it faster to backtrack when you're leaving the cartographer room and all that shit, right? I will say overall it's a pretty solid level. Like I don't remember being angry at it ever. People love it from what I've heard. It's a great use of the space in Halo. I believe it was even like a testing map originally. Like they would use it to test things out. So I'll say that for now, it might be the top of A tier. It might go up into S, but for now, it's gonna be upper A. The one after that, it's the assault on the control room. This was a pain in my ass. I had. It's one of the longest recordings I have. I don't. This wasn't the 2-hour one. That was a later one. And mind you, the 2-hour one isn't even the one that I hate the most. This one. Let's see. I would say that the primary issues with this level, which is a level in which you. Man, I blocked out a good chunk of it from my memory. I'm trying to just you go through so much Forerunner buildings that are just brutalist here's the thing, I like brutalist architecture, but this is just copy and pasted rooms essentially. I believe the mod author might have tried sprucing them up a bit by adding some more environmental stuff. But I would say overall, just it's construction paper for the eyes. It's like half the time you're just going through these corridors and stuff that they're just gray. It's like looking at concrete, rubbing your eyeballs on that shit. I don't like it at all. I don't think there was any cool Easter eggs from what I remember. Because the cooler Easter eggs are later on in the game. In fact, no. No, 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 no. Actually, no, no. Is this the one? If this is the one, I can't remember if this is the one, but I think this is the one. Right? Was this the. Shit, I can't even fucking remember, man. I'll look in the footage, and retroactively this might be in. I'll put it up on screen if this deserves a lower thing. But this might be the one in which when you know, because that one's dark and snowing. This one's like during the day or something, isn't it? I want to say this one's during the day. See, I don't think this had any interesting shit in it because it didn't have the bridge boyfriends. I don't think it had the cool weapon room. You know what? I have the technology. I can just open things up. What if I were to tell you this level has jack fucking shit that I enjoy that I enjoyed in it, apparently? Cause like the bridge boyfriends aren't in this level. The room that's full of weapons isn't in this level. This no, it has to go in D, right? If I can't, there's no like positive memories I have. Cause I think you can hear Sarge, fucking Johnson, fucking Avery Junior Johnson. Junior's his fucking middle name. You can hear him. I don't know if we can see him in this level. You might be able to. And I do guess if you're fast enough, you can capture the one alien vessel and then fly around with it. But it's just like, I don't wanna. Like, we'll get to the flying bit later. We'll get to my thoughts on flying later. But yeah, for now, I guess that's a D tier. Make the rooms less boring. And another issue I have with Halo is just that for a guy that like in the lore runs faster than vehicles, and according to some, I guess here's the thing, I don't know where it's from, but I was reading some instances, Spartans just move faster than human eyes can comprehend, which is so fucking fast. And meanwhile, I think, judging by the speed that Master Chief moves, I can run faster than Master Chief, like in the game, and that's bad. I'm not in the mind you. I come from a family of sprinters and shit. I'm out of shape though. So while I have that like it's built in, I'm just built like I'm built for I'm track and all that. I'm not in shape. I'm not a genetically modified baby, toddler, 8-year-old turned into a fucking Superman. Like you should move faster or something, or the lore shouldn't be that they're fast as fuck boy. Because he can like yeah, you can flip the fucking tank at 66 fucking tons. But you can't like jog. Like you can't run. Like I guess he kind of jogs. Maybe the later games feel better in terms of speed, but in this game I moving around. It's just so painful, and it's such a big level. But my biggest complaint is just the rooms don't have a whole lot going for them. Next level though, 343 Guilty Spark. I'm pretty sure that's the name of this level. And I will say that this level is really solid. Its introduction is a spooky swamp, and being from Michigan in the summer, I know what it's like to experience the dread and horror that is swamp ass. So I would say that the oppressive feelings you get in the beginning with that downed pelican with the warning message on it, the aliens running away, it's like having swamp ass. It's like knowing that no matter what you do, you will not be safe from it. And then once you get inside the structure, once you start exploring around, zombies, right? They're terrifying. The Easter egg on this one is pretty cool. You can activate a defense system that brings out sentinels, and you don't get to know what they are ahead of time, right? And I'm pretty sure I didn't look most of this up because there aren't really guides for it. So it was cool to just run around. That's one of the reasons why the levels took so long, is that I ran around and I activated stuff. I touched things with my sinful little fingies, and then activated sentinels who helped me take out a bunch of the zombies in the last like third of the well, most of the last third, because then once you get outside, then you have some marines and then they get slaughtered. I kept one alive for the most part, so that was pretty fun. And now, mind you, unfortunately, the first 95% of this level, fantastic, great atmosphere, it is a little samey in the Forerunner building, so that's a little not great. Unfortunately, in the last 5% or so, maybe even less than that, right? Maybe in the last 3%, you gotta deal with the fact that there's a British person with you. There is an orb that glows blue and is British, and unfortunately, I uh I cannot tolerate him because when you're in space and most people aren't British, and then there's a singular Brit, that Brit's evil, right? Like motherfucker. It's obvious how evil this ball is. This fucking orb. This Pete from Hercules, but with none of the charm, none of the Danny DeVito. If he had been voiced by Danny DeVito, that would have been great. Imagine Guilty Spark, but he's Danny DeVito. Alright, yeah, I guess this has to be S tier, right? It's spooky, it's great. Was this the first time I got a shotgun? Yeah, I think so, right? Outside the Pelican, first shotgun. Pretty sure. So yeah. 10 out of 10. I love shotguns. Next up, the library. And despite what a lot of people say online, and it's probably mostly because of the fact that I played a modded version of Halo, which makes Halo suck less, the library wasn't that bad, honestly. Like, it dragged on a bit, and I hate the fucking British ball. But besides that, there was some neat shit in there. There was an energy sword, right? Uh it's truly, I'm just boggled by how many cool things that are going through my mind and totally not nothing. There was a cool Easter egg that was Among Us. That was fun, right? Uh there was some zombies used rocket launchers, but that might be base game. So you know what? I guess yeah, I gotta grade it on the fact that if it's in the base game, also that's cool too. Because a lot of games don't really. But then again, that would be me grading this upon enemy design, not so much level design. Level, yeah, it's without the mod. I feel like this would be more dog shit. So I'm gonna give this without the mod probably a D. With the mod, it's a C. Like it's not awful. Like everything could be improved by playing it with friends, right? I mean, yeah, anything really could be better. I don't know, man. There's some forms of torture you don't want your friends to see you having to endure. You don't want to be embarrassed. Next up, the eighth level, right? Yeah, that's how numbers work. It is the two betrayals, which only really there's like one betrayal. I don't count Cortana being Angie as being betrayed. And the whole, oh well, the covenant was betrayed by the prophets. Yeah, that doesn't count. They weren't talked about in this game. I don't count the fucking terminals. I'm counting the story as it was presented in 2001, back when I was 7. So, going off of that, this level, I don't hate it, right? it's actually less bad than I would grade it as less bad than the assault on the control room, because there's more interesting shit to do, right? There's just more stuff to do here. And also, it's got those two cool ass Easter eggs, which I'm going to talk about really shortly. But you're dealing with zombies. You're dealing with the environment that's getting nasty. It's the flood. They're shitting on everything. That's what this emoji right here. That's what the flood is doing to everything. One door gets so gunked up with their weird gassy fucking green filter that it explodes. There's if you fly onto a bridge that you're not told to go fly up on, there's a couple of aliens and they're gay for each other. If you go and go into an entire other fucking side area room that's next to a cool ass tower thing, you can find some sentinels and they're hanging out with an engineer. Oh yeah, also the mod adds engineers. They're dope as shit. They're kind of cute. The sentinels, they're all hanging out and they've got an entire stockpile of like every weapon in the game basically, I think, besides like the energy sword, I want to say. And that's pretty cool, man. You go in there, you pick up whatever equipment you want, you come back out, you kick alien ass. That's what's more American than that? Jonathan Halo is obviously an American because he's so very good at killing foreigners. Who the fuck out? I mean, besides the British, but the Balls got that in his court. I would rank this. Yeah, it's got to be better than the library. I would rank this low T tier, low B tier. Yeah, that's how the words go. Next up, we got the level named after Daddy. It's Keys, Daddy of Space. He's stuck up here. He went to go get milk and he didn't come back. And this 8-year-old is pissed. He's all grown up now and he's here to go and play in space lube that's pouring out of a spaceship. It's just goofy sci-fi bullshit fun, honestly. There's zombies fighting aliens. Man, I never thought about it, but Halo does have some cool ass ideas. And not just regular zombies. They use guns, they talk, they moan. All the things you want in a fucking enemy. And we have our sister with us this time. No, she was on the ship with us last time, so that's not an improvement. There is one moment in particular, because of the mod, that, for me, it really stuck with me, and it made me go on a spiel in the video. It's about, you find a blood splatter that leads to a closed door, and behind it is an Ungoi, a grunt. And he's praying for salvation that won't come. And for a minute or so, I stood there next to the door, listening to him praying and bleeding out, dying. It really stuck with me. That and the Bridge Boyfriends were like the two, like, Bridge Boyfriends, great moment of levity, fantastic. The creator of the mods is a gay, and so that's pretty neat. But the Ungoi is what stuck with me. No games really try to make you feel for who you're killing, besides, I guess, some fucking games like The Last of Us 2. But that's, I don't think I'm going to cover The Last of Us games on the channel, so that's not applicable to me covering things. So I'm going to have to give this a pretty high level. This is up there because of the mod, right? I mean, I already gave the Truth and Reconciliation unzombified an A, middle tier. You know what? I might actually raise, no. These two are pretty interchangeable. The fuck, man, I can't remember this goddamn level's name. If this is Assault in the Control Room. Silent Cartographer, that's it. Even when I read the fucking script, I read it wrong. I made a gag joke in the previous section about now we have to go and find a very quiet librarian. And I fucked that up, man. I fucked that up pretty good. But yeah, these are pretty interchangeable, so I gotta give no, because of the mod, I have to do it. I have to give it the top tier of the rank. It's the thing that sticks with me. It's the thing with the most emotional energy for me, right? I didn't give too much of a shit about Daddy Jake because I read his fucking backstory. I know that he had carnal relations. He became a beast with two backs with a war criminal. I know what he did with Housey. Man, if your girlfriend is looking up very kidnappable children, maybe don't fuck her. Last and not exactly least is the Maw. It's a return to the Pillar of Autumn, which if you've not played Halo, maybe watch my big video because it goes over the entire game and like sure it's like 2 hours. But what do you have better to do with your life than watch my video, my big 2 hour and like 11-minute video? I assure you, there's very few things you can do that's better for your time than to engage in the joy that is that video. I almost cry a little bit at the Ungoy. I make gay jokes, which are mostly jokes about doing gay shit. And also, the Navy is historically pretty gay, and you are, in fact, a naval officer. That's right. John 117, I believe. He's in the Navy. I don't care that he's got his little sister mother stuck up in his fucking brain. That's some gay shit if you think about it. Having a tiny little Tinkerbell sized twice sized Tinkerbell in your brain, feeling your organs and stuff, feeling through your fingertips. It's a little homosexual, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, at the Maw, you go through the fucked to shit remains of the fucked for death Pillar of Autumn. The second half of the game is mostly about retreading places you've already been. Oh, imagine the silent cartographer, but zombies and shit are there. That would be a pretty cool level, right? That would be neat. When we get back to the Pillar of Autumn, it's like torn apart. It's pretty neat. It's it's like as a wizened sage once said, it's like poetry. It rhymes. And so with the power of nostalgia for a thing that happened like 10 hours ago for you, you go back through and like a true American, you shoot through a cafeteria. And by the end, you gotta drive the fucking Warthog for like, I don't know, man, a long time. I sped through it in the footage for the video. I I have it on like 5 to like 7 times speed. I can't rank this all that high because well, okay, let's see. The final boss of Halo is either a puzzle that is just launch explosives into a hole or it's can you fucking drive in Halo? Neither of those is a very good final boss. I don't know how to explain it to people that are just Halo fanatics and think that fucking the end of Halo 1, like, sure, yeah, emotional resonance, maybe. You've saved humanity, I guess. Unfortunately, there's also a fucking British ball that floats through goddamn space. Abysmal. Honestly. Fucking awful. That we allowed a tea drinking orb to escape from space. It's not D tier, right? It's too fun for that. Unfortunately, the last like 10 to 15 minutes, pretty dog shit. So I'll have to put this behind. No. Maybe? Hmm. They're almost tied for how bad they are. For how much I don't like them. Now, I have to decide if anything gets moved around. I guess we'll go in order as far as I can remember the levels. First level, pretty solid A. It's behind the cooler corridors that are purple and shit. It's behind the level with a beach. I'm from Michigan. I know a beach. Oh fuck! The roommate's cat just came in. Jesus Christ, Milo! You can't do this to me. breaks into my fucking room and just surprises me. I love you, Milo. You can't do this to me when I'm in this state, in this heightened experience of life. When I'm recording, I'm in an altered state of being, Milo. You're such a cute little boy, though. Yes. Hide under my bed. You know what? I might put up a video. No, I don't have the fucking time or energy to do that. You don't get to see what Milo looks like for now. I might put up a little video of Milo in the future. He's such a cutie. Yeah, that stays where it is. Let's see. Halo, a solid introduction to the open world. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna go any higher than it is currently. I'm kind of put up by the fact that, like most things, there's a distribution towards the middle of this. Like, if I really wanted to be a fucker, I would put this here and be like, yeah, it's perfectly curved, like a, what is the fucking bell curve or whatever. Well, no, I guess, because, yeah, it is a bit top heavy. Like, overall, I would say that the levels weren't bad. Only 3 out of the 10, only 30% of the game is, like, flawed enough that I just wouldn't want to play the levels again just normally. Though that does mean that oh wait, no, yeah, this is the shitty one. I get these two mixed up. Yeah, I don't think any of these are gonna budge from where they are. Because, yeah, I would play through anything that's B tier or higher. Like, almost any day of the... Well, as long as it's, like, somebody... Well, let me put it this way. B is, like, if I'm playing co-op with a friend, and it's like, hey, do you want to, like, fuck around on these levels and get through them? And be like, yeah, sure. A is, like, am I truly in, like, a Halo mood and want to, like, play it? And then, like, playing co-op is like, oh, yeah, totally. S tier is where I'm like, yeah, this is like, the vibes are immaculate. It introduces cool mechanics or something. The fucking flood, fantastic introduction. Good way to have more than one sort of faction you're fighting against. And then, of course, that dying Ungoy. Just, that was beautiful. I wish I had the original audio. If I can get some more clout on this, if I can grow on this channel a bit, I might try to hit up the creator of the mod and be like, hey, could you perchance give me the original audio so I can fully hear what the Ungoy is saying? Because that's just, it's that really is just the highlight of Halo 1, my experience with Halo 1 for me. And that's what all these are about, but the experiences. I'm not really reviewing the games. Technically, I'm analyzing them. They're not really... I guess they're retrospectives if they're old enough. What makes a thing retrospective compared to just, like, an analysis video or, like, a review? They're really just fickle things. But I think at the end of the day that this is probably my tier list for Halo 1 Combat Evolved, with the rubies rebalanced mod that is for Halo 1 Combat Evolved. I'll be playing Halo 2 in a year, and hopefully his mod for that will be out by then. I don't know how far he is in the development of the mod. I really do hope that he finishes by then. But if not, it's not the worst thing. I heard that without like many fixes, Halo 2 isn't that bad. Like, the development was of course fucked up because every fucking Halo by Bungie apparently had a really fucked up game development, except for, I guess, Reach. I think the development of that, in terms of like how they were handling it, wasn't that bad. But besides that, well, no, it's not Reach. It's ODST, if I remember right. Right? Yeah. I think that was by Bungie. I think that one wasn't all that fucked up. But yeah, I guess that's it. If you're watching this as it comes out, there's gonna be one for weapons. Far easier for me to do. I don't gotta look at these and try to fucking remember what they are. I can look at the fucking Magnum and I'm like, yeah, it's my boy. So yeah, see you next time. This has been Raven on my channel, My Dad's Backlog. And don't worry, he's still fucking dead.